fly for 8 hours.
I think we'll cut it. Okay. Yes. Let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for coming. Did everyone sign in? Yes, and we're live. Okay. So if everyone can get signed in, your our door prize today is iTunes gift card. So sign in. So we'll go ahead and do that. And if you haven't signed in, please go ahead and do that. The first thing we're going to do is our approval of minutes for our March 2015 meeting. So does everyone have that? Including myself.
A thought on it, and maybe it was my poor note taking, but all the way down where it says amendments to bylaws, where it's talking about the added to Article 5 finances about the money request. We need exact wording on that, I think.
Okay, can you say that one more time? I was trying to find one.
Oh, sorry. Article 5 finances. If you want to request money from the PTO, you need to be present at the meeting to request the funds. Is that our exact wording?
No, we have not worded those exactly. That's just the summary.
Okay. Oh, good, because I was reading that.
So yeah, we have to reword those and have to get those approved as well.
Will that be? Oh, never mind. That's attorney precedent.
Kind of a longer one.
It's very long, yes. With all the bylaws down.
Is the first one going to be vice president position?
Maybe.
So then nobody will be president.
Right.
I'll make a motion to approve. Oh, thanks.
Yes. Okay, give me a second.
Candy. Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I actually do. I have quite a few. Okay, so I will be making a request tonight for some items that we would like to have each day. I can do that now, or I can do that later. We'll do it later. The other thing that I just wanted to mention was the bike rack has been moved. So hopefully you saw it, and great suggestion, moving that fence line in. It's made all the difference in the world out there at the end of the day. It's not that big congested mess of people and kids and bicycles and everything else. So that's been great. And then we do have some paint. We're going to paint those bike racks that are inside the new bike rack area. So as soon as it's not windy, we will take care of that. So that should sharpen that up and make that look really nice. And then Amy made a sign last year that we repeated yesterday, I think it was. And so we will get that up, and it just says bike corral on it. And
It's made it at the birthday home fair when we recycled.
yes, it's cute. So we'll get that up, and so anyway, that was a nice improvement. And actually, oddly enough, it seems like more kids are riding their bike. Or is it just because we see their bikes now? I don't know what it is. But
Yesterday there was a lot in there.
yeah, but and maybe it's just because it's, you know, they see it. It took me a whole year before I realized we had a bike rack. And so maybe that's part of it. Kids ride a bike because I didn't know. Right. So anyway, it's good. So there's that piece of news. The other piece of news is Amy and I have been working with a woman named Holly, and she's with the BLM, and we've been working with the school district on expanding that native plants garden out front. And so we do have a plan. We probably need to bring it to the next PTO meeting so that we can show everybody. And looks like the school district is actually on board with the plan. They're really trying to get away from all of this grass, because as taxpayers, you need to know you're spending a lot of money to keep grass green, and especially grass that's not utilized. I mean, I understand keeping the field nice and green because it's used all the time, but that front area, it's really not usable space. Kids don't play there. And so anyway, they're looking at trying to modify a lot of the fronts of their buildings so we can get away from spending money needlessly on something as unnecessary as water. So we created this plan, and we'll go over it at the next meeting, but it looks great. I think it's going to be really exciting, and it involves teaching areas for the kids, native plants, things that we can incorporate right back into the curriculum. And so we'll explain more at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. You're already. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Okay. So that's all I had for this at this time.
Let's go to money matters. Guy.
So I printed out the budget. We only had three. Since the last PTO meeting, checks written. 1943, Sheila for raffle prizes and the raffle drum. And that raffle drum was approved at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Not just the last. They just purchased that. And then Jill for raffle tickets, $27.72, and Winco for root beer floats. And it was a prize for. You know what was the prize for?
Soda contest.
The soda contest. Did your class win? So you so we have a grand total of $12,900.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, I have a question on that. Is that 500 is for raffle prizes and the raffle drum? The drum was about that.
No. That included the, let me see.
It included all the prizes for the raffle.
Oh,
The
right. That's
raffle
right.
drum itself.
And some of them were pretty.
They're pretty big.
Like,
That's right.
either the download.
Oh, that's right.
That's for prizes for selling raffle tickets, right?
Yeah.
Not for the raffle prize. But the people.
The people who sell the raffle
Prizes for
tickets.
raffle,
Yeah.
prizes for raffle sales. Raffle
Yes.
ticket sales.
And the prizes were substantial, and they were like,
Yeah.
$100 each. So I can't remember how much.
Bingo on it. Okay, now the field day.
Oh, don't we need to approve it?
Oh, yes.
That's a good question. I think we talked about somehow knowing what we have outstanding.
Oh.
We did
Yeah,
that last.
We did that last meeting.
Okay. So it's
It
on
should
here?
be,
It's on the minutes. We're
Oh,
at,
we're good treasurer's report, gotcha.
Yeah.
and if you need a more specific.
Oh, balance minus funds. Okay, so there's about $5,000. Okay. Is that correct?
You take everything out, it's roughly
Yeah,
8,500.
there was already,
So from
About
13.4
5,000,
or
about
13.5.
5,000.
And we can put that money back in.
Right, because you had appropriated about $700 to $900, wasn't it?
I don't think that's included.
Okay.
That wasn't.
yeah, I don't have that page with me right now to today. I think were.
But probably gonna.
But I can get it to you, to what each of those documents.
But that's correct math, right? It was about 5,000.
Okay, so we can go on to.
we still need to approve
Oh,
that.
we need for that.
For a motion and a
Motion to
second.
approve.
Second. Okay,
Aye.
Approved. Now, I really want to get to field day volunteers.
Okay. So field day is going to be June 1st, which is a Monday. And we have decided to incorporate a lot of things on that day. So that way then we don't have to have parents come multiple days in a row that last week. So it not only will be field day, but it will also be the all-school picnic and beach day.
Yay!
All together.
You have to explain how that.
Well, basically, they can bring their towels and we'll sit outside and there'll be beach music playing during the lunch. And they're going to have lemonade and otter pops. And we still have quite a few Lays left. Sheila was wanting to purchase just a few more just to do this like one last time. We're not going to continue to buy the Lays. But this time we will, because we'll just use up what we have, and then kind of supplement. She said we only need 5 more. But she was wondering if we could approve her to spend about $150. She does not think it will be anywhere near that, but it would cover the cost of about 25 of the Lays and then the otter pops and the lemonade. Okay, popsicle.
Otter pops.
Okay. Some kind of frozen treat. So frozen treat, lemonade, and then the Lays. Field day is in the morning. Field day goes from like 9:30 to 11:30, and then the kids will come in, and then they'll go to lunch, essentially, at each day.
Wednesday's the last day of school.
Tuesday's the last day. The next day.
So why are we not doing, like, why are they combining everything? Why are they doing the beach day? Those are usually separate things,
They
right?
usually have it separate. One of the
Is that a
problems that we
school
had.
thing or a school district thing?
No, school. It's just school.
Oh, okay.
So every school can decide. We don't have Cher here. Cher, that was kind of Cher's big project. And she really got into it and she spent hours and hours and hours converting that cafeteria into a beach. And I don't believe that Sheila really wanted to carry on to that degree. And so, you know, I left that up to her because somebody has to do it if they want to do it. And so she's just scaled it back and thought, you know what, maybe we should combine it all and do it all at the same time. I know some teachers, I can't speak for all teachers, but it fell the last 3 years. It had fallen during our testing window, and that was kind of disruptive. At least teachers felt like it was a little bit disruptive because it was a huge deal. I mean, the kids got super excited about it, which is a good thing, but maybe not such a great thing when you're trying to keep a lid on things for testing. So, you know, I don't know, teachers, how do you feel about that?
I think dressing in beach attire and tennis shoes on field day, I think it just makes it fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Outdoors, you don't have to decorate the gym.
It makes sense.
That she did it. That was a lot of effort. A time. She brought in all kinds of stuff.
So I did the sand one year. Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
It only takes 1 year.
Maybe that's why it stands out.
It was hours. I mean, she was here until like midnight.
Maybe that whole sand outside.
And we had the whole kid outside.
We'll set up the volleyball.
I think there's a lot of things that we could do to make it really special for the kids outside. You know, bring some big umbrellas. I mean, there's a lot of different things. Fun.
Well, and like that last day of spring, it's not like the kids are gonna be.
Well, the last,
On
You
the
mean the
last
last
two,
day and a
yeah, the
half?
whole, yeah. Our
That'd be
week on tour must be
Mix it all
so
together.
fun.
So she's asking for bookings.
she's asking for.
I'll make a motion to agree.
That's okay.
Favor.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so perfect, was approved for beach day.
And we had talked about last meeting maybe about using volunteer spots to get
Yes.
volunteer. And that's, I said that was fine, but I was probably not gonna do it until around May 1st, a month before. That's probably,
It sends out reminders, right?
yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do it too soon. Well, let's see, what day is Carnival?
May first. So maybe do the
Yeah, like
following.
after.
Yeah, do
Like,
that
maybe like
Monday
a day or
after.
two, because carnival, that's Friday night, so like maybe Monday morning or something.
Also, we're
Or
gonna
Sunday night.
send out a request for teacher appreciation week, so it would be good to wait after
So I won't be able to wait after that though. I feel like that's too close. Too close.
that. It's the May 4th. Teacher appreciation.
Okay, so wait, but you'll be organizing that. But
Right, so that would be beforehand.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
get those volunteers first
Yes,
and then
yes, I
send
hear
out
ya.
another one. That's
I thought you- Oh, yeah.
That makes
And that
sense?
will be fine, yeah.
Okay,
That works.
which brings us to that.
On the, for the field day, I had volunteered last year to be on field day, that was the one that was in the morning.
Yes.
And they had a game where they had to hold a water bottle beforehand, pour water into it, and through. So if it could be moved to the beach day, that would be, maybe that would be better. Is it gonna
Oh,
be morning?
and flip it.
I don't know, it was just, everyone was physical. They loved it, but it was in the shade, they were bad.
Let me talk with the coordinator, and maybe we don't do a water activity. I'll ask them to have an alternate activity if it's cold.
Yeah.
We've had days, it just depends,
Right.
like we've
Yeah.
had some days where it is so hot that the kids are like, pour the water on me, it's so hot. And then you have other days when it's pretty cold. But I will talk with her and see if we can have some alternate activities that don't include water. Yes, because it was cold last year. I remember that.
So on to teacher appreciation. It is May 4th through, we have a calendar.
It's May 4th through the 8th.
Okay. So on the back of your agenda, this is what we did last year. An email that Amy had sent last year. So if we could just look at that, see if we want to keep just the same, if we want to tweak it a little bit, do something different, if you want to check it out and give some input. And I think on Tuesday, the breakfast was nothing.
And it's fruit,
Fruit
and all of our,
That what we did for the snacks throughout the day.
that, I mean, I think that was just there that morning and then the last.
They just
one.
snacked on.
Yeah.
That was possible.
Oh, maybe like that.
Yeah, I think it's like Costco.
Yes, that was your
Costco
night,
month.
right? Or
Costco
you
month.
buy those and put it down.
That's all it takes. They'll appreciate it. Almost a Costco.
We do have, I think, somewhere a big box of card making supplies that we kept.
Right.
That we have somewhere. We wanted to have that stuff.
It's in the laundry room.
Yeah.
Do we need any more stuff or is it sufficient for?
I do remember last year though that they requested, they being the lunch staff and the outdoor staff, that happened during lunch recess, I think was set up. And there was it was requested that a PTO volunteer be there to run that activity. Because it got left on like Debbie and Sheila, maybe share to like clean it up and maintain it afterwards.
Is it with lunch start?
Lunch starts at 12:15 and ends at 1.
I can do that.
And I don't think we did it every day. It was maybe like 2 days or something.
That could come Monday too.
I could do it.
Okay, so what I'll do is figure out what days you want to do it and then I'll email you.
So were they making cards outside last year?
I think we
Like
put everything, yeah, we put everything on a cart, a rolling cart. And they took it, sometimes they took it outside in the picnic shelter for the warm. Or in the gym, if it wasn't. And blew around and caught up. And Debbie had to go.
Because we were doing a bunch of eating outside.
Just
Two
two
inside.
Yeah, I think that would contain it.
Probably
We
still be
would
good.
probably still need
volunteer.
some, yeah.
We'll work it out. And then I don't know what the seed basket was. But that was you, wasn't it? That got that?
The garden advisor team does. I don't think we have that, and I think that depleted our staff. The only thing we have now is our staff.
I think sometimes. And if not,
I can give you the guy's email address
for
for the seeds.
fantastic.
What guy?
Art, he's the guy who takes care of all donations.
Is that a Danville?
Yep.
We'll talk. Okay. So Tuesday we did the muffins. You like that mission? You like the muffins?
Yeah.
What I've done in the past is go and buy a bunch of muffins and cut them in half.
Okay. What other snacks?
I think we should, I think we did last year, put out a call for volunteers.
I think that was for the taco bar.
I think we could do it for both.
You think so?
For the muffins and tacos?
Well, I would say
Anything. We did way more than that. I mean, we did like bananas, apples, oranges, nuts,
Whoa.
granola bars, tea, coffee, like fancy creamer stuff. All sorts of stuff. And then the chocolate bar too. Yeah.
okay.
I mean, maybe not the muffins. You didn't want.
I would say
But everything
when
else.
you do the muffins, then not everyone can.
I go to Costco and get the muffins and
Okay.
then cut them up the night before.
I'm trying to remember how much the muffins are for.
They're $6.99 for 6, or is it for $6.99
You
for
do
12?
Yeah.
$6.99 for 12.
Okay.
Everybody, most people will go in and take 2 different halves.
Oh.
We'll do it for one. I'll take it.
How many stuff?
60-ish.
Yeah, probably 50, 60, somewhere in that neighborhood. Depends. It depends on the day. Tuesday though, most of our stuff's done. That's cool too. People like that.
So do you guys think of anything else to ask on the list for other parents to bring in? Do we want to do snack stuff like
Chocolate.
Yeah,
Is there a request for chocolate?
people like oatmeal packets.
Oh, yeah. Something that's quick.
Oh yeah, we could have
Right.
Patty boil water and put it in those Cambros. I do like little oatmeal packets.
I think we did that one. Yeah, I can put that on the list. Well, there's somebody's, we came in, I think I can make coffee. Somebody always makes coffee, there's a coffee.
Okay.
We brought nicer coffee and left it in there. And,
There's if in case you want to go this route, there is a Keurig. So if you want to do pods, you could. That's more expensive.
Like Starbucks will probably donate too.
I'll put that on the list. Brown coffee. And tea. Just like white, that's it. Okay. I think so. There's mugs in there.
There's mugs in there.
Community mug.
So is the idea we're gonna try to get everything under the muffin donated? Correct?
So then I guess if it doesn't happen, we'll have to do it. One is the email.
Well, we could. Fun. I mean, yeah, not use
Approve funds
for anything we would have to buy if they didn't get.
Oh, do we want like a just in case fund? Okay.
Yeah. Somewhere that if you don't. Right.
Well, so far we have the $6.99 per dozen on the method that we need approved, plus whatever we think we need for special just in case money. She's doing it now.
They come in, there's like 16.
Mhm.
$35 for. They, $40 for muffins.
Okay. And then, do we, wait, before we approve our just in case funds, what about Thursday? Do we still have free drink coffee cards ready somewhere?
We need to check on that.
Okay.
I don't, do you know who we contacted for that?
Yeah, they call the Dutch Brothers today.
Did they donate them last year?
Oh, good.
Does anyone want to volunteer to do that?
You want the event coordinator's number?
What's that?
You want the event coordinator's number? I know.
Okay. Why don't you give those all to me later? Or unless you know it right now.
Database have contrast.
I know, it's kind of,
I can get it by the end of the meeting.
okay, just let me know.
So,
You wanna do it?
It's their PR,
Okay.
but they brought them over to the over there.
Okay, so Thursday, yeah, that was that, sorry. Friday is Bring Your Teacher a Flower Day. That's pretty self-explanatory. Is there anything you want to change up or should we just follow it?
this is delightful. Everybody likes to eat and
Have coffee.
feels good.
We're good?
What about taco bar? Did we talk about that?
Oh.
Wait, I thought that was going on the volunteer spot request. I thought that was part of the, we're requesting
that's gonna be-
breakfast and taco bar.
You probably need to know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or how much?
Tortillas, sour cream, and taco meat, lettuce, tomato, millions, olives,
Like salsa, beans.
mushrooms.
We do have one
Mushrooms.
vegetarian.
No.
Sauteed mushrooms?
No, just raw chocolate nuggets. Delicious. Oh, yeah. Guacamole.
So last year, did we have to buy anything or was it purely project?
We did the
Sure,
mushroom.
we used some leftover stuff from Carnival. We used leftover chips and cheese.
Oh, cheese. We need cheese for
Chili
tacos.
or something.
What do we do for plates? Do we need to get those too?
Well, I don't know. We don't have them.
It can't be bring your own plate. Bring your own plate mug.
We had a staff.
There's usually leftover chips
Tina might
from
know.
Sheena, do you know if we have any plates available?
We could tap into the ones that are left over from, the stand of breakfast.
Okay. Will that be plenty? What about like?
Are they
Oh, we have
Christmassy, like, should we save
Yeah.
them?
Good on that.
No, they're just the
Just
Dixie,
regular,
they're
oh.
flowers, I mean, so, and there's actually still, there's forks and knives wrapped up. There's no spoons in there from the stand of breakfast that we can just pull out as well, if you wanna go that route.
Do you need spoons?
I don't think so, if you're eating taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can pull them out if somebody wants them, and
Okay. So it looks like we just need to figure out the speed. And the copy cards. So
And our just in case.
our just in case fund, that's what, how much over we want? Just
40 for the month.
16. What do we just approve 100?
100
Yeah.
total? Or separate? 140 total? Total.
I'll second it.
All in favor of $100 for teacher appreciation week?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right, it's approved for $100. Did you have people sign up last year to help set things up, take things down? How did you do that?
I did it. So, you as president, or you can assign people.
I got it. All right.
Whatever you want. That's how it is.
Sometimes it's just easy. All right. Fundraiser update.
Oh, we didn't approve, did we approve the 150 for each day?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
we did,
Yeah.
okay, sorry. I got
The sad part is that. Okay, so we got that. So the 150 for beach day, 150 for teacher appreciation. No, 100. Sorry.
You want me to get the muffins?
I would love it if you did, if I've got time. But if not, I will.
So all of these things are remaining on the same days as they're printed back here, right?
I think if it works, let's just stick with it.
And what time was it? What time did the teachers start? Yeah, 11.
12:15 is our first.
Well, we need to include the or not janitorial. I'm sorry,
lunch.
kitchen.
They go to lunch at 11:45.
It's like 11:30.
Everything's-
Yeah,
Okay.
so what if we did 11?
Have everything there.
Thank you for remembering that.
The other thing on here is that you did morning announcements and it explains the week. I will not. Does anyone else want to do that?
Can you write the copy of that? Let's have some hints to it.
Oh, that's the best idea ever. Okay. So how do I was like, I do not want to get on that mix. So, how do we decide what kids do it?
We hold auditions.
There you go.
American
You know what?
Idol
And they
style.
have that talent.
Have the teachers pull walk.
Oh, the
Watch
white
it, the white
one.
hot points.
That's a great idea.
So, how do we communicate that? I think we did something like that.
There was something that was already written down, though,
so.
so.
What do you think, Michelle?
Well, yeah, if there was some kind of script already written down, or if we picked the kids in advance enough where they could say, like maybe there's a scripted piece and then they could have kind of just a little like, for example, I appreciate my teacher because they could just say a quick little thing. And then don't forget this Friday we're reading for a teacher.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if there was like a little script written up.
Was that
and then
just
the
on
teachers
Monday or
would
did
go.
they do it?
No, it was every day.
So instead of doing white hot point, am I a really bad person for saying maybe the teacher should choose the student because the classroom teachers know.
I think it might be better if that is something that is
Would be
chosen in
appropriate to go
advance.
up
Perhaps. Because what if you choose a kid that has absolutely no desire to do it? Because it is intimidating.
Yeah,
I think that the teachers.
yeah. So the teachers are gonna know who will
We
just
could do
shine.
that.
So we just need an email like the week before. So if you want to send me an email the week before, then I can send one out to the staff.
We could do one
Say-
student per classroom.
Yeah.
And that would be just about perfect. And if we have one or two too many kids, we'll just do a group of 3.
And then if they say things like, today we're making thank you cards, our staff in the gym at lunchtime, you know. And then today, teachers and staff, don't forget those breakfast snacks from our parents. And today,
So what time are we having the breakfast?
they usually bring, I think everyone brought it, like when they dropped it around or before. And nothing like has to be for that, so we just stay home.
Okay.
get when school started. I felt like I think I got some
No, but they do make it in there.
It depends on.
Yeah,
on our
Depends on when you're prepping.
prep is.
So what if
Most
So
teachers
8:30
come in
would be better.
before.
I'll ask them for Friday.
Because the breakfast is on Tuesday, we brought this up
Monday, even Monday after. Just go in, ready to go.
Some of that stuff's coming.
Go back and sit down for the night.
And if it
Yeah.
needs to go in a fridge,
I'll say,
If I got here at 8, I would. Right, like, if we don't drop them off
You get
until
a minute.
9, 10, and they're like,
I'm already starving. I'm ready for lunch by 9:30.
like 3:45.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
And
idea.
then talk about it.
Yeah. Violent.
We talked about this last year, but did you have a vessel to put their flowers in? Or did we talk about getting?
We actually, a couple of years ago, we gave each staff member
A vase?
a vase.
Okay, okay. That, I thought that this sounded familiar.
There's extra ones running around. And
Gotcha, all right.
it'll be-
Oh, and one thing we did, if we want to have the kids mention, that they don't have to buy a flower, that they can draw a flower.
But don't pick them from their neighbor's
Yeah,
yard.
don't pick from your neighbor's yard.
They can make paper flowers, they could paint a flower, you know. so
It could be one of the
we talked about that,
scripts for one of the.
yeah. They mentioned that on ours.
Are you like on the walk to school?
I'm gonna guard it this year.
Just stand out, get the roots and everything with it. Yeah. With a dandelion. They're pretty cute. Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else on that? Okay, so since you're here, Jean, do you want to do your fundraiser update?
We are switching up some of the game rooms. Kind of felt like Minute to Win It was outdated, outplayed. So we actually are having a Plinko board made.
Plinko!
And the Wii game, it's always the older kids that are in there. And it doesn't seem to be more than just a mess around thing. So we're actually having a tic-tac-toe board to replace those two games. All the teachers have been assigned their rooms, given their schedules for volunteers. We did pretty well in the soda contest. We're
Wait, did you
doing,
give us a schedule? Was it attached tonight?
not for you. It doesn't include you.
Just checking.
But we did pretty well in the soda contest. We'll be fine. Right now we're in the middle of the candy bar contest, which is going well. And the basket items are being asked for in the raffle.
Sure, are we doing, so I know that they switched it, so but they're not doing a coffee basket now?
No. There's no coffee basket. Because fifth grade decided to change it the last minute.
I'm just saying, my
For a
mother
Bronco
buys that basket every year, so.
People were fighting over that one last year.
She didn't win it last year, but she always did them.
We can make up a coffee basket so anybody brings anything.
Or bring a coffee.
Okay, so on the next hot top, when you put all that stuff in there, just say
Throw
like,
a coffee basket and see what you get.
yes,
Like, I bring it away.
I'm gonna have to retype it all out then.
How do you?
You can figure out the format.
And that's really all I have, unless anybody knows of anybody that can make a donation. I have a letter if you guys want it.
So you're ixnaying on the beach, so no more Just Dance. Because I was in there last year, that was a hit. And there were kids being fit and exercising in there, I kind of liked it.
Oh, Just
But, I mean,
Dance?
Is there another
Instead of
space where
guitar?
you could just set up Just Dance?
Yeah.
Or that was maybe an anomaly, I just know that I observed kids that typically don't get that involved that were they were rocking out and they were sweating.
Oh, so that's the room that I get the
Were they
biggest
sweating
complaint
to the
about.
ollies? Because it's just no action or the.
No action and the
problem
kids are
problems.
in that room.
Get into stuff.
I mean, I can only speak for last year, but it's seem to be run well, so I don't know, I mean, it is what it is. It really also depends on who's running it too, on how they're managing. Okay, well, that's fair enough, I mean, that's just my 2 cents, I would like last year. You know, and it just kind of sends a great message. Or I don't know. And then if it's a flop, don't. She'll come straight to you, and in fact, you're volunteering to manage the room, right?
The entire time.
Oh my God. I think you know, baby.
Anything else, Sheena?
That's it.
Okay. So this next thing is the PTO board member election. I need some clarification for starters. So our bylaws say we do them in May, but we've been doing them in second class meeting. Or we did them in, what did we do last year?
Did we do them in the last meeting? I thought we were doing them today.
They're supposed to be done in April so that the new president takes over in May.
Okay, our bylaws do not say that, so if we want that, we need to fix that.
So they say in May?
On the bylaw, yeah, in the bylaws it says May. I'll read it. I printed out my
I believe you.
It says election of officers shall be by ballot at the regular May meeting. Majority votes will elect. So, since I've asked opinions of people, but we only have one person running for everything, except we have no president and a second fundraiser slash
what you do. Fundraising.
So, my question to you is, if you go ahead and do the election night without a president candidate, or the second one, or we can try to wait and we don't have to turn it over to anyone. I think the idea behind the April meeting was the new officers get a chance to participate in the last meeting. We don't have to worry about that. Do we want to try to recruit the president candidate and just wait and hold off on that, or do we want to go ahead and
Nominate Candy.
Then people apply the wild peer pressure.
Yeah, what happened?
I mean, what happened? Then it's everybody's leading.
Everybody's in charge.
Everybody's in charge.
So I don't know, just give me feedback what we should do about the ballot. I mean, because I think that
We should wait because I don't see what doing it right now.
it doesn't do any good.
Well,
I think we need to actively recruit.
Yeah, I mean,
We
we're
don't-
really not getting anything
It's
out of
hard.
it, actually on the top, right? So nobody's really.
She,
forward.
so Amy has sent out a volunteer spot, right? Do you get anything on that? I don't think we'll take this spot. Not
Oh,
really.
you
I mean,
have
I
it
just-
like as the
I can't do what I can. I mean, I
mystery
don't have
grand
availability
prize
during
on the
day.
wheel of fortune at the carnival.
I know.
Oh my gosh, the raffle.
You
That's
Fun.
a win.
So, I don't know how else to recruit.
Yeah, you know. I don't know, I mean, we're gonna have to be creative. Is it possible that we could at least document what the position entails?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I'm
like
thinking.
the when, the how, not just, it's, about 2 hours a week, but like for me personally, like it seems like you're doing a lot of things during the day. I think, I'm swing by the school at 11 o'clock. So I think you've probably got a lot of people that are ruling themselves out because of assumptions about the activity.
I did write up a brief blurb on volunteer spot and there's like a small form about it.
Totally sure.
You know what, send
I
it,
did.
send it to
I was
me.
like, you do a lot, you're just leading a team that really does all of the work for you.
Well, because we have a music program this week. And I could get up in front of.
Give a little blurb.
Yeah, a captive audience, right, with a lot of people, and I
Yes,
could
they
just
do.
send it to me, and I could just say, you know what, we are actively recruiting. The president, here's what it entails.
PTO president and the
And I
volunteer.
wrote up,
Yeah.
a thing for the assistant.
Yeah, so if you could send those both to me, I would be happy to do that at the program.
And I did, but I was realistic about that we have, you run these meetings, we do these events.
but you're not working alone. I mean, like,
Right,
that's
right,
what I
it's
was
not
trying
like
to be like, it's not all you, and it's not as,
you know,
intimidating. So.
Not as bad as it sounds.
I just think people don't understand. Like they don't have a clue what it entails. So, unknown is what scares them.
Right.
Well, it is.
Everyone has that they will stay in their position.
Is she still working here?
She's still working here, she's just doesn't have any more kids.
She's no longer a
Oh, she's like-
Amelia,
parent.
sixth grader. Yeah, she's like, and goodbye.
I got a couple more years.
Other than
I mean, do we want to recruit for alternate, or does everybody that said that they would come back
It's
to
an
the
open
position
position
at some
because
point to work into it,
They,
right?
you know, really, really want to, or because they feel like.
then you would step up and be president.
Yes,
Well,
I heard it. That's the
it.
thing, if you have other people come forward, then you have a little more wiggle room.
So that is the thing. If we do the elections next month, people can run against. I don't see people lining up yet, but
Yeah, it's not like we want more competition, but just more options. More involved.
it's great. Okay, so
Yes, I would soft sell for all positions.
I can do a soft sell on all positions, but we are especially.
But the hard sell on
Typically
these,
looking for
yeah.
involvement. There's just involvement. Exactly. I really do wonder. Yeah, and now that we have, training. Well,
Is there a way to
know? There's even a way that we can have people.
They take you back, that would be great.
There's a way you can do it with Google. This is a Google Hangout, but even within Google
Do we have a way to know if somebody's hanging out with us right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can do, there's blue jeans.
No.
There's blue jeans. And they can use, camera and laptop.
Oh,
Okay,
I don't know they are hanging out with
Oh
us.
my gosh, cute baby.
I will know. Yeah, I had 6 people that said they were.
Well, right now it says 0 viewers.
3 were staff, and then the other 3 I couldn't see. That'd be great if teachers, I mean, they go home and they don't want to.
Yeah, I would totally use it if I could.
Totally locked down.
If I didn't have to be here, I mean, enough.
If I wasn't the teacher rep, I would totally. But I mean, even if there was like, for some reason I couldn't make it, you know,
Yeah.
totally.
It is cool.
It says 0 viewers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
right.
apparently we're not very
There's like a
interested.
bit of a dashboard.
There's 0 viewers.
That baby dancing.
There's a thing right there.
Baby dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Aw. He's like, what are you doing? Catch
Especially
I thought it was
with
very
him.
cool. I thought it was-
Especially if Candy keeps coming.
Oh my
Throw Nick up on the PTO meeting.
You can watch him grow each month.
It's the only way that parents know about this is the hot spot.
Yeah, but it's like,
I think we need better.
did you see your
Well, I can even mention
The
it
big
again
screen.
at the, yeah, the music.
Is
this a lot of-
Did I miss this? Here's the thing.
Remember we have on the email list?
I think, yeah. Here's the thing. Look at your brain. There's sometimes so much stuff in the hot tub. Like I just looked at the hot tub this weekend, and I totally missed that until today. I looked at when Kaya got hers. I finally found it because I was trying to figure out how people would access it. But the first time I looked at it, I didn't even check that. So
See
You
that,
were too
yeah.
busy digging around for the joke.
The joke of the
there's a
week.
joke of the week on
Yes,
there.
there is.
Oh.
It's the joke of the
Well,
week.
glad people read the hot talk.
But I
I do.
I
think
read
it looks
it.
You know what?
I think it's better than ever.
I've been a little busy lately. I ignore everybody
Don't-
right now.
Don't change it. I love it.
Don't go changing.
Okay, so we are going to go ahead and wait and do our elections till May.
Okay.
But the question
Hard
is,
sell, people, hard sell.
do we want to change that in our bylaws? Because it says it's in May.
Oh, yeah, we probably should.
But we've always done it, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about
ever
always.
We haven't done it in a really long time because there's never been.
Yeah.
For the same reason, like we're waiting till the last minute, right?
Yeah.
To
And we
definitely-
have to dictate it, so we make it say,
Well, I don't
you
think
know,
it,
no earlier than April. Yeah, something like that.
yeah, you know, I don't think we have to just change that tonight, so we can play with wording. I'll put it on the agenda. We'll table that until next month, and I will put that on the agenda. Let's go ahead. One more thing. I have a question, and I don't know if anyone would jump at this one, but box tops. Sheena, did we do some collection?
Done, being counted.
Perfect. I have been doing the mailing them in and things like that. I will no longer be doing that, so we need to find something.
Oh, we have, so here's something
That's what
that
it's called.
kind of leads me to, I guess, something I should have on the agenda. We have a slot on the green volunteer sheet that all the parents fill out that says you want to help with box tops, and we have like the largest participation in that slot of any other thing that parents want to volunteer for. But we've never.
They probably figure they can just take it home,
Yeah, they
cut
can
it
do it at
while
home.
they're watching TV.
It's
or
really
whatever.
easy, and I'd be happy to show anyone how to do it.
Do we need somebody right now? What you're
I
saying, or no,
would
it's
love
done?
it if someone could take over soon because I am still busy right now. So,
So
but
you're
I mean,
saying
I
it needs
can-
to be done before the end of the school year? There
that
is
would
a
be
group.
fantastic.
Well, what were you just talking about though? The thing
Is
done?
that they're counted as done? Is
Right.
it- Have we had
But they
like
have to be
this
mailed
one?
in.
Right, so you have a box
Oh.
tops coordinator and you have to like register with the box top people and all that stuff. So it'd be great if I could put that over.
Is just one person enough?
Yeah.
And when do you want them to be with you by?
How about after May 1st, sometime in May?
And then I'll get them to hopefully say yes, and then I'll pass on their info. Perfect connect.
Because I can't meet with anyone until probably after.
And it's just for this one time. I
Right.
mean, for now, and then possibly next year.
There's like a
we can put
notebook
that
and
in.
all the instructions and everything, but I would be happy to take these ones and walk them through.
Yeah. And then on that note, a couple of things. We need to redo the screen sheet for next year before we print it and put it in. So I don't know if we want to talk about it at next meeting in preparation for September. But there are things on here that are no longer requested by the staff. And then there are things that we want to add.
Oh, yeah, I think you're, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pretend we have a new president because we need that president.
Or we could do it over the summer or at that August.
Oh, the August. Yeah.
Maybe what?
Maybe there'll be a really good president.
If we print it before school starts, right? Doesn't this go in the back to school packet?
Yep.
So we do
It would have to be.
And we have to do it for August. So then, because if I remain in this position, I'd be happy to type it out this summer in preparation.
So we want to talk about it further then later, or no, we just wait.
We'll put it on the agenda for the May meeting.
What's that called?
It's called volunteer.
Green sheet.
Green sheet.
You say green sheet, 9% of we know what you're talking about.
Green sheet. Got it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we need to discuss?
Set up a sheet.
Oh, yes, I have one more question. When do you want me to, let's see. I guess I can figure this out. The Teacher Appreciation Week starts May 4th. So how soon before that do we want to ask volunteers for food?
We have like a couple weeks, right?
We better do it.
Yeah, I think we probably better do it now.
Yeah. Thursday, like the Thursday, like 10. So we have.
Well, then they get
Yeah.
reminders though too, so we can send it out soon.
Yeah.
So
Then they
like
would have
1 or 2 weeks.
2 weekends if they want to pick up something like that.
Okay.
So how often do they get a reminder?
I usually put something in the mark 2 weeks before.
On volunteer spot? I think I can customize that.
Okay.
So I'll look at it though, and make sure they get like, maybe 2 reminders, like 3 days, 4 days before, and then like the day before.
Okay.
So as long as it's before the preceding weekend.
By Friday,
Yeah.
this is my thing.
I know.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Okay, anything else before we do the drawing?
So I have 2 things. So last month we talked about redoing the, or buying a new one, the picture frame.
Oh, yeah.
So it's probably not worth it to fix it, but you can get a brand new 15-inch one for anywhere from $99 to $150.
15-inch.
Yeah.
So we didn't approve any money.
No,
right?
no, no.
We're just gonna find out.
Yeah. Look at repair, not worth it. 99 to 150, depending on what brand you go with. Or you could get like an 8-inch one for $40.
And how much did you guys use that? Like a lot?
Yeah, it was up. Right, it was really cool.
I like that.
How big is the one that's out that we have?
It was like 8 by, no, was it 8 by 10 or was it?
This one is probably closer to a 12-inch.
It seemed like the screen was about that big. Yeah.
That's probably a 12. That one's probably, I didn't measure it. I'll be honest with you. It's probably a 12 to 15-inch.
I think 8's too small.
Yeah.
8's too small.
40-incher.
So your price range, the 99 to 150, is that depending on the size then?
They're 15-inch ones, but it really just depends on the brand and exactly what you're looking to get out of it. Because we'll actually need one with a thumb drive, so a lot of the stuff does now.
Big.
You can pay for it. Are you volunteering to purchase that TV, big screen TVs while you're copying them off? Oh my God, can you?
Me?
Yes.
I do. Did
This,
you all just hear him threaten me
I know, I read it.
online?
Yeah. Brittany, when you got the email.
So did the whole world.
Can you like just
All
like
zero
copy the
viewers,
text from the
yeah.
chart? How many people
It doesn't even,
No, because it like, it's
Because
in a
it's
screen, but
like-
because it doesn't have it. It's not the format either.
And
So, I try, like, I don't know where
I,
to.
I'm
sure there's a way to
like, this is like the
So
last
what's
time.
We should record it. I
Yeah,
want to
wouldn't
create the
you
chart in the
just
first
want-
place.
Wouldn't you send it? I'd
We
send
could
you a
record
copy.
it, yeah, but I just have
Maybe
my
the-
link that I add to.
Right.
No.
She sends
No,
it, she sends it
secretary
like
needed.
in a box.
Oh,
Then you
but
can be
like your-
president. Because I'm the one who created it.
Okay, so do we want to just think about that and come?
I wonder if
Next
there's any
month
options to have them donate.
It's a regular.
What do you think? Do we want to let people think about it and ask for it next month, or do we want to see if anyone wants to approve it?
Anybody want to prove it right now? 150? One.
Just, yeah.
Wait a second.
How much?
150. It's not gonna cost me other 150.
Okay, did we get a second?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor of approving the $150 for the digital frame?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, it's been approved. You said you had a second thing, was that it?
I do. So back at the February meeting, when Linda asked for her money, she asked for the $1,000 for books. I made a comment that I think was taken out of context when I said that Linda was unwilling to do write a grant. I didn't mean that she wasn't capable or unwilling to write a grant. What happened was a few years prior, her and I sat down and tried to find some grants for her to write, and she couldn't write any of them because she wasn't a classroom teacher. And so when I said she can't write grants, that's what I meant. I didn't know that she could, but apparently she's actually in the works of writing one now. So I would like to apologize if anybody got the impression that she was incapable or wasn't willing. That's not the case.
It was because of her position.
Like I said, we sat down and I was like,
There's a lot of grants I can't write. Is she, as in her staff position, is she? So she's able to, or
It depends on what
It
grant
depends on
it's
how
on.
it's written, like, anything that's like on the donors choose, that is strictly for classroom teachers.
they're under about 3 different ones that we were gonna sit down and write for, but after we dug into them, found out that she couldn't because she wasn't a classroom
She was
teacher.
ineligible to.
Correct.
And
So
a lot of
that's-
them are that way.
That's what I meant, so I apologize if anybody took what I said out of context.
Was she not using that $1,000?
No, she is,
Oh.
but she's actually in the process of writing another grant. But actually, I think that grant is
Is it for Makerspace?
for something else. I don't remember what she
She's
told me it was
doing
for.
some really cool stuff with Makerspace. I don't know if your kids have talked about it.
Like they made little brush.
Yeah.
Just walk around the corner. She's got them up. Everything's displayed like.
I think that's what it is.
Those were, yeah.
I thought it was steam though. that
That's for
it's
steam,
for-
but it's this whole makerspace thing, and like all of this is kind of dedicated to it. But they made polymer balls one day, and then like the next week they made the little brush spots, but they're all out there. And so her goal is eventually to kind of like take over this space outside of the library with and the kids actually do some of the projects out there, because the other day there were so many kids in here there wasn't space. So
Do they do that during library time?
they do
or
it at lunch. And she
Oh.
wants to start doing it like 3 times a week, where they're actually like involved in different stations doing science activities.
Like they can either go outside and lunch or come in here.
Yeah.
How does she fit all the shit?
She is paying attention. She's always
She also doesn't sleep. Like, it's pretty regularly get a 3
I
a.m.
am
email.
she's always here.
Someone said she's part-time and I was like,
She is.
part.
She likes the flexibility of being part-time because it allows her to say, I'm not working when she has something that comes up, but she gives far more than.
She's great.
Yeah.
So the $1,000 is definitely going to be spent. It just hasn't been, the order hasn't
I
been.
think
put
she's
in.
already ordered.
I think she's already ordered. I don't know why that check hasn't gone out yet, but
Okay.
because
Because she probably wanted to have it ordered before.
It might be ordered and then the bill comes.
I'm thinking she's
They're, the order's already been.
and the readathon was actually a huge success.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Okay, so if there's nothing else,
There is something.
oh, there's something else.
That's it. This is it though.
We do have
We,
8 hours.
wanted to say, or I think we should announce again that Earth Day Health Fair coming out with the garden team organized again. It's our second one on Earth Day, April 22nd, after school, 2:45 to 5:30. It was a huge hit last year. We have even more fun stuff this year, and lots more classrooms, I think, participating. A lot of kids and a lot of teachers doing really cool things. They'll either be in the gym or in their classrooms.
Some will be outside.
Yes, lots of stuff outside. Rick on the Run's doing an obstacle course.
No
We have
fish
chickens
fingers.
and ducks outside.
Wednesday.
There's a track meet that it's a regional
It's
track.
the regional
Yeah.
track meet too, so it's not
Same
like,
thing.
sorry. Dang it, Earth Day, why are you on that day?
And the reusing is going to be here making recycled robot guys. And bees, bugs is going to be here. Lots of food from the little market up the street.
I think the taco
It's
truck
free.
is coming.
Oh,
Oh,
The
taco
taco
truck.
From the market.
Have you eaten there?
I heard it's
Really good.
The
Yeah.
tacos are pretty good.
Okay.
They are.
Yeah, so I think she's coming.
Okay, but it's not the series, but
No, it's good.
and the kids are doing sidewalk chalk murals.
What's that?
So there's lots of fun stuff. And it's free, open to everybody. Oh, yes, yeah.
okay, so anything else? Okay, we can go ahead and do the drawing once.
I'll put
The drawer.
Baby do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at him. He pops up.
I can do it.
Okay, make sure no one gotta get one though.
Dig deep.
Oh,
He's like a discipline.
Misha.
Yes!
Oh, what did I like you best?
He likes me.
iTunes?
Yeah. How did you catch?
iTunes gift card.
Ready?
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Thanks for being a part of history, everyone.
Yeah.
First in schools,
Are
very
we
first
doing this
ever.
again?
Yes. I think we should keep
Did you
trying.
go hang out?
Yes. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
I tried
to get on, but there's not enough room on my
I think this
Oh,
for the
it's
carnival.
okay.